what's up guys? Justin at Empire Music in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. EmpireMusic.com is where you can find the guitar in this video. So go there, check it out. Full specs on the website. Everything we list is by serial number, full professional photo suite of every guitar, including this beauty here, and a full professional setup on every guitar that is purchased here. So before we ship it to you, it gets expertly set up. And we take trades on these guitars, everything we sell. So if you have questions about that process, go to the website. We have more information there. You can always email us or call us, 412-343-5299, Justin at EmpireMusic.com will get you right to me. I'd be happy to help you out with your trade. I'll get you a prepaid shipping label and get you the guitar that you want. All right, the Empire 59 Stratocaster. Brand new offering from us here at Empire, and one of the cool things we get to do as a Fender Custom Shop showcase dealer, aside from getting you great collection guitars from the custom shop, we have the opportunity to do select runs of our own unique models with the custom shop. And we've done this for some time. If you've followed our shop, or maybe you haven't, and I suggest that you do, follow the content we put out, go to the website and check out our custom shop offerings because they're always changing. The 67 Strat was really the first select model that Empire Music did, and gosh, that might be, I don't know, at least 5 years ago at this point. Very popular model, and since then we've done a few iterations of that Strat, which are still very popular. 58P bass, which is an awesome precision bass Anthony designed here. That's been out for maybe 2 or 3 years at this point. Very well performing guitar. And again, as a showcase dealer, we get to do those fun exclusives and really put our imprint on the guitar market in a really big way. So introducing the 59 Transition Strat. This is something I've been working on for a number of years with the Fender Custom Shop, and it really came from, the idea started, we wanted something with a more 50s leaning feature set to offer in our Empire lineup. And, to that end, it was, maple neck, maple fingerboard, 50s style pickup, etc. So, for a couple years now, I've been working on this guitar with the custom shop, just trying to get everything just right on it. And it's a long process. Anytime we do these things with the custom shop, again, we want to get them right. So, we kind of synthesize all the customer feedback from all the builds we do with you guys, all the builds we do for the store. All of our custom shop knowledge really goes into creating a guitar that obviously we want it to perform well in the marketplace. But how do you do that? You make it perform well for the player. So I think we really nailed it on this guy. I know I had a lot of sleepless nights, going over specs on this, especially when it came to the feel and the pickup. So let's talk about it. 59, awesome year for guitars in general. A lot of changes taking place at that time, and really we have changes made to the Strat in the late 50s that carry it into the modern era. So that's really the jumping off point for me in designing this instrument, is using the spirit of that year as kind of a sandbox to play in. We have, Fender went from a 1-ply to a 3-ply guard. We went from maple to rosewood on the fingerboards, different finishes. So that's really kind of what we're playing with on this model. So let's talk through it. Let's start with the body. So 2-piece lightweight alder body, which is important to us to get that lightweight alder. Beautiful finish on this. If you've watched my videos before, I've said it time and time again, I am a huge fan of understated finishes by way of colorways. Black is one of those finishes on a Stratocaster that to me is just timeless. So we have a heavy relic faded age black finish here, which is just a gorgeous guitar. My first Strat style guitar, my first guitar ever was just a black Strat style instrument. So anytime I hold an instrument like this, I kind of, harken back to the early days of, trying to learn what a power chord was and struggling through it, breaking strings for the first time and all of that. So really cool. And, I'll kind of jump right away to just show you, in the spirit of 59, we have not just different relic packages. I have a Journeyman black here as opposed to the heavy relic that I'm holding. But we're using different materials. So I have a 3A dark rosewood board on these guitars. We also have a beautiful roasted maple neck, which I'll get to in a second. So we're doing these in all the relic packages that Fender offers, everything from NOS to heavy relic. So lightweight body, beautiful finish, thin nitro finish. I definitely want to add that. That's a deliberate decision, helping the guitar resonate more and just wearing easier over time, which I think is one of the benefits of a custom shop guitar, right? We have that awesome nitro finish that really takes on the player's persona over time. This one has a head start, obviously, but when you go down to a Journeyman or a Closet Classic or an NOS, these guitars are gonna wear to your playing style faster, which I think is important. That's one of the things as a player that make these guitars uniquely yours. Let's keep with the body here for a second and talk about the pickups. So again, 3-ply pick guard surrounding the pickups here, a hand-wound Empire 59 pickup. This was, for me, really took kind of the longest thing to nail on these guitars, is hitting that sweet spot of finding a lane that really hasn't been done, or hasn't been done in a big way with Fender. So what we have here is it's a early 60s, late 50s style pickup. So underwound Alnico 5. Underwound is very important to me. That's how you get a pickup that is more responsive. So responsive to your playing dynamics, that touch sensitivity that I like as a player, and I know that customers like it. And this serves as a counterpoint to what we have in the Empire line already. So our Empire 67 Strat, different voicing, different style of pickup. This is a little more responsive, and tonally what you're going to get here is slightly rounded top end. Important to me to take off that harsh bite that you get out of a 50s style pickup. So we tame the high end a little bit, slightly scoop mids, and really define the low end. So again, I'll talk about this in context with our broader line. Our 67 Strat, which you don't see in this video, has a more wider bass response, more mids, and it's just a punchier pickup altogether. These still have punch in their own kind of 50s way, but they have way more responsiveness in that slightly scooped sound. So this took about 6 iterations to get this right, and that takes time. It's getting the pickups, it's putting them in a guitar. It's what do I like about this? What don't I like? How can we calibrate the whole set better? So great job, Custom Shop. I think we really nailed it here. I put a half blender in these guitars so that we could incorporate the neck pickup in with the bridge. That's one place on a Strat for me. Sometimes the bridge can be overly harsh. The neck on this pickup is one of my favorite neck pickups ever. It just sounds phenomenal. A lot of warmth to it, which this is where I live on a Stratocaster, 75% of the time, let's say. So I wanted to be able to inject some of that into the bridge. So the half blend system is a great way to do that. If you don't know, the bottom tone knob, as you roll it down or as you roll it off, it'll blend in the neck pickup when you're in positions 1 through 3, giving you versatility down here. As we move up the guitar, we get to really my second favorite part of this guitar, not in that order, but I mean, the feel on this neck is incredible. And how we achieve that, well, first off, we call this the Empire 59C. And has a really nice broken in feel. Even on the NOS guitars, we have a rolled edge, whether it's a maple neck or maple neck with the rosewood board, we're gonna have a rolled edge on the side, which does so much to making the guitar feel worn. It gives me confidence when I'm playing a guitar. It's just something about the feel of that rolled edge just allows me to play the guitar like I've played it a million times already. So rolled edge. And what is the Empire 59C? It is a take on a 60s oval C, which, if you don't know, is one of the more right down the middle neck shapes that the Fender Custom Shop offers. It's kind of like the neck for everybody. If it was in a standard production lineup, it's kind of what you would find on an American Professional too, similar to that. So we start at a .79 in the first position, And on a regular 60s oval C, we'll taper up to 0.83, no, I'm sorry, 0.93. On this guitar, we are going up to about a 0.95. So it's adds a little more meat at the top of the neck. It's not a lot, but it is enough that it's noticeable, and it's enough that it feels like your hand is supported as you go up the neck, which is something over time, me as a player and talking to customers that kind of live in this space, you know, having a little more meat on the neck, I think for a lot of us is a welcome thing. So it's enough that it's noticeable. It's not that much that it's going to interfere with the way that you play. This is still very much a guitar that anybody can play by way of neck feel. Tall, narrow frets, and wanted to lean a little more 50s with the radius. We have a 7 1/4 radius to a 9 1/2. So it's a compound radius. We're incorporating some modern touches on these for, you know, the demands of modern players. So 7 1/4 to 9 1/2 inch radius, and just, I guess the big thing on these that I haven't said already is roasted quartersawn maple. With this tint on it, just looks beautiful. So if you go to the website and check them all out, I love what the roasting does, especially when you incorporate it with everything else on the guitar. It just looks really cool. The aged white plastics on this particular guitar against the parchment guard just kind of work with the neck, and that's one thing you'll see a lot of the journeyman and relic and heavy relic finishes that I did on these. You're going to get these aged white plastics, which kind of tie everything in, really give it that unique look. So a couple more touches, and then I'll play it a little more for you here. Top adjust biflex truss rod. This is one of those things that, you know, the guitar is not, this is not a vintage accurate guitar anyway. This is one of those features that if I show up to a gig or a jam session or whatever and need to do a small adjustment to my guitar on the fly, I can do it. It's right there. I don't have to mess with it at the butt end of the neck. So that is something I absolutely wanted to incorporate on these, and I'm very glad I did. Our service team is probably very glad I did, and I know from the handful of these that we sold already that that is one of these features that players will appreciate. So top adjust truss rod, and on the back of the instrument, look at the relic on there, really cool. Contoured heel, which is another one of those small touches that, you know, for the modern player, you get up here, you're going to notice that, and it's going to help you, you know, access the upper frets with greater ease. So those are really the biggies on these guitars. I'm very proud of these guitars. Like I said, there are a lot of sleepless nights, but in the end, we did it with this model, and I'm really excited to see these in customers' hands finally and get the feedback and know that you know, these guitars will be appreciated. All right, let's play through some of these pickup positions. I'm going to start with the neck pickup, as it is my favorite neck pickup. Here we go, a little taste. I got the Benson preamp, just giving it a little bit of extra juice, going into the Milkman 10-watt pint. Not much else going on, a little bit of reverb on the amp. Here we go. So plenty warm, plenty round, which is what I like out of a Strat neck pickup. This is where I live on one of these guitars, and just kind of gives you a lot. Contrast that with the bridge pickup, which I'll give you, you know, by itself here, without the blend system activated. So here's the bridge. nice bitey bridge pickup. Sounds great with overdrive. I would use this pickup like that in certain instances. What I like though is maybe a little bit more warmth in there. So as I play, I'm going to roll down the blend just so you can hear what it sounds like with the neck mixed in. All right, fully blended now. So it just gives you, again, just that warmer Strat tone that I like. Let's hear what that sounds like fully blended against the neck pickup. All right, here we go. So just adding another tool in your tonal arsenal. Always a fan of those features on a custom shop guitar or anything. These are modifications that that a lot of us do to our own instruments. So you have it out of the gate on this guitar. Let's do an in between here real quick. So here's position 4, neck and middle. Everything you want. You get the quacky sound there. Great sounding guitar. So we'll have more videos coming out with these with more different pedals, different amps, all that kind of stuff. But moderate overdrive on these, edge of breakup type tone. These guitars sound phenomenal. So if you have questions about these, go to the website. Also check out the other videos. You know, the first video I did on these, you'll see some different colorways that may or may not be available here, but there will be more coming in through the next 6 to 9 months at least, definitely beyond that. So questions, email me directly, justin@empiremusic.com. Glad to help you out and get you into one of these guitars. Thank you so much for watching.